time to pull up a chair. We've got another great story for you today in the rLounge. Some family trees have branches that are best left pruned. Today in the rLounge, think about who really deserves a seat at your table. Up first, this bestie is less of a ride or die and more of a, where's your credit card? Am I the a-hole for blocking my childhood best friend after she tried to make me pay for the catering at her son's first birthday? So here's the thing. Me, 28 female, and Anna, 28 female, have been best friends since forever. Like, we grew up together, went through school, first breakups, everything. Naturally, when she had her baby, I was thrilled for her. I even helped plan the baby shower and got super involved in her life as a new mom. But recently, things have gotten weird. Anna's son turned 1 last weekend and she wanted to throw a huge party. I'm talking over the top, rented venue, professional catering, decorations, the whole shebang. Now, I thought we were just going to have a nice little family and friends thing, but nope. Anna had a vision. Fine, no biggie. I figured she could do whatever made her happy for her son's big day. Fast forward to a week before the party. Anna starts hinting that she's a little stressed about costs and how tight things are right now. I get it. Having a baby is expensive. But she kept bringing it up in every conversation. I offered to help with decorations or pick up some snacks, but she waved it off, saying she had everything under control. The day of the party comes and it's chaos. Balloons everywhere, a bouncy house, tons of people I didn't even know. I show up early to help set up, and Anna's running around like a headless chicken. Then, as we're putting out the decorations, she casually says, "Oh, by the way, I put the catering on your card." I hadn't even seen a catering bill, let alone agreed to pay for one. What do you mean you put it on my card? I asked, trying to stay calm. She looked at me like I was being dramatic and goes, "Yeah, you know, I've been struggling. I figured you wouldn't mind covering it, and I'll pay you back later." Excuse me? First of all, I never once said she could use my card, and second, I had no clue how much this catering even cost. When I asked, she shrugged and said, "Only about $500. It's not a big deal." $500? For food I didn't even order or agree to pay for. I told her no way. I wasn't paying for something she never asked permission for, and frankly, I didn't have that kind of money just lying around. She acted all shocked and hurt, saying I was being selfish and how it was her son's first birthday, as if I'm supposed to go into debt for a party I didn't even throw. We have a massive argument in front of some of her other friends, and I ended up leaving early. Later that night, she blew up my phone with texts saying I ruined her son's birthday, that I was being a terrible friend, and how I didn't understand how hard things are for her right now. I just couldn't believe the audacity. After everything, I blocked her. I couldn't deal with the guilt tripping, especially over something so ridiculous. Now, some mutual friends have reached out, saying I was too harsh and that I should have just helped her out because she's struggling. But I feel like she crossed a line. You don't just throw someone's money into your plans without asking them, right? So, am I the a-hole for blocking her? Or did I overreact? Edit. To everyone asking why she has access to my card is still a question to me. Maybe she went through my things when I visited her to help babysit her son a day before his birthday. On how she did it, I don't know. But I already filed a dispute with my bank about the charge. I will be checking my card to see if there are any other things she purchased using my card. I really can't imagine that she could do this to me. Let's get one quick opinion from the community. Not the a-hole. The audacity of some people. Quick question. Why would your friend have your card to begin with? That struck me as odd. You're most definitely not the a-hole here, OP. Honestly, it sounds like Anna's taking that "it takes a village" mindset a little too far. Apparently, the village is also supposed to fund her bougie birthday bash. Next time she hints about being stressed over money, I'd suggest dropping a subtle hint of my own, like, "Yeah, I'm stressed too, especially with random unauthorized charges showing up on my card." Update. I never expected this to blow up. Thank you all for your advice. I have already filed a dispute with my credit card company. I also told her parents about the incident, and they were shocked by her behavior. They said they would talk to her. I figured they already did because after I told them what happened, she stormed over to my house, ranting about why I was making such a big deal by telling her parents and reminding me that we've been best friends who literally grew up together. I explained where she went wrong, but instead of taking accountability, she accused me of being selfish. She clearly isn't in the right mind. I don't know if she's experiencing postpartum issues, but I'm not going to tolerate this kind of treatment. I also told her that if she didn't stop harassing me over the problem she created, I will file a restraining order. As for the money she used, I've decided to follow your advice and press charges so she can, hopefully, learn her lesson. For those doubting if this story is real, I wish it wasn't. Not only was my trust shattered, but so was my heart. A quick comment from the community. Your ex-friend sounds entitled AF. You may want to seriously consider canceling the card she used and get a new one issued. I know it's a pain, but you never know if she'll use it again to be petty. You're still not the a-hole, but it sounds like you could use some better friends. Update. Hi everyone. This is part 3 of the story. I really appreciate all your kind words. I have already sorted out everything with my bank and they told me the process would be 7 to 10 business days. I also requested a change of credit card because I don't know if she still has access to my card. She's still trying to prove a point on how I am a bad friend to her. I changed all my locks because she has a key to my house, as she was my childhood best friend after all, and shared almost everything with her. My siblings and parents all went to my house after they heard what happened to keep an eye on me. I'm now considering moving to another city because of what happened. Some of our mutual friends have also apologized to me for defending her. Apparently she told our friends that the catering was my idea and that she only spent $100 for it using my card. They didn't know it was $500 until one of them saw the post on Reddit. Anna also saw the post and went berserk because she said I was ruining her image when I didn't even mention her full name, and there are literally millions of Annas in the world. And for everyone asking on how she got a hold of my card, like I said in my previous post, I was asking myself the same question. It might be that she was snooping through my things while I wasn't paying attention. It might be when I was babysitting for her so she can get some rest. I really don't know, and she won't say as to how she got my credit card as well because she felt like she doesn't have to explain anything because we are best friends. Anyway, this will be the last time I will post about this on Reddit, as I will be taking this to court since things already got out of hand, and she resulted in threatening me. I never expected that our 20 plus years of friendship would end like this. My heart is broken and my mental health is unstable right now, and she's one of the reasons why. Thank you again, everyone, for all of your kind words and advices. She won't stop on proving her point, so I filed a restraining order. My siblings and parents are also doing their utmost best to help get me through this. One more reaction from the community. OP, so glad you pressed charges. Even if she is experiencing mental health issues due to the pregnancy, this needs to be addressed. At least now everyone around her is aware something is wrong and can try to help her. I also wondered if this is a post-pregnancy thing or an aspect of her personality that she was just better at hiding during the friendship. OP, have you done a thorough check of your credit and accounts since finding out about the theft? I would recommend it. There's a possibility that her theft was smaller and you weren't looking for it. Have other friends do the same. The OP replies, yes, I have looked through my credit accounts with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I also checked with my credit card company if there are any other charges were made without my knowledge. So far it was only the catering. It was maybe her first time using my card without my consent. I have let her use my card before, specifically with baby essentials. I may be at fault for spoiling her as well. She must have gotten used to me giving her some of her free stuff. OP, it's good to hear you're taking action and protecting yourself. Changing the locks was definitely smart. It's wild how she's more upset about you supposedly ruining her reputation online than about the fact that she, stole from you. Kudos to you for pressing charges. A lot of people might let nostalgia get in the way, but you're showing that even lifelong friendships have boundaries. What would you have done? Up next, this dad learns that fatherhood isn't a Netflix subscription that you can just decide to reactivate when you're ready. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my father because he disowned me after knowing that I wasn't his biological child? So let's get into it, I guess. Almost a decade ago, my dad found out that my mom cheated on him with another guy years ago through my mother's sister. Back then, my mom and aunt weren't in good terms, so she told Dad everything. My parents fought over this, and Dad filed for divorce. We all got DNA tested, and out of 3 children, I was the only one who wasn't his. It felt so bad to know that your dad who raised you for 16 years wasn't really your dad. That didn't feel as bad as him kicking me out of his house when I was begging him not to. I wished I could just kill myself when he disowned me. My mom went into a depressive state and would just spend all day in bed and would just get out to use the toilet. My grandparents lived in a different state, but they did everything they could to make our lives better. I needed to come home from school, do all the chores in the house, and tend to my mom and check on her. I did everything that could possibly be done to make sure we lived. I would ask my mom who my real dad was, but all I got was screaming or a hit. My siblings and grandparents from my dad's side tried to make things right between me and dad, but he wouldn't budge. Apparently, I was just a reminder that mom cheated on him and nothing else. I remember my 17th birthday when no one remembered that it was my birthday. I cried to the point where I didn't have any tears left, even when I graduated from high school. Only my grandmother came. Why didn't my feelings matter to anyone? Why was I supposed to endure this? After I returned from my graduation, I told mom that I was leaving if she doesn't tell me who my real dad is, and this time she did tell me who he was. I met him after finding where he lived. I discovered that I have a half-brother and that my real father was a widower and a doctor. He didn't know that I existed or the fact that mom was married. It took us time, but we built a bond, and he helped me get through college, and he walked me down the aisle. He even got mom some help, and I am forever grateful to him. Well, present time, I, 26 female, was married to my lovely fiancé last week, and I didn't invite my ex-dad to my wedding. He tried to contact me before the wedding, but I didn't want anything to do with him. My siblings and grandparents from ex-dad's side say I am wrong and that he wanted to come and make things right, but I don't want to make things right. He had the right to abandon me, so I have a right to do the same. He isn't my father. He was once upon a time, but now I understand that he was hurt, but I was hurt too. Everyone tells me to let go of the grudge, but I just don't want him in my life, and no, I won't give him another chance. My husband understands, but no one else seems to understand what I had to go through to get to where I am now. He cannot just come into my life 9.5 effing years later and expect things to be alright. Am I the a-hole? The community has a couple thoughts. First up, not the a-hole. Tell everyone that you aren't holding a grudge and you don't wish him ill, that you're just unwilling to reopen a wound that you've worked so hard to start healing, that you need to remain no contact in order to continue your healing journey. So you wish him peace, but your paths diverged 10 years ago and will never meet again. Someone else adds, I don't blame you at all for not inviting him. He made his choice when he disowned you, and that caused a deep hurt that doesn't just go away. You've already rebuilt your life and found a real father figure who supported you. You have every right to protect your peace and keep him out. It's not about holding a grudge. It's about making sure you don't let someone back in who caused you so much pain. You owe him nothing, especially not forgiveness on his terms. Oh, definitely not the a-hole, OP. Your ex-dad had nearly a decade to put down the pitchfork and come to terms with the fact that kicking a 16-year-old out because of biology was a low blow. Now he wants back in? What did he think? Fatherhood was like a trial subscription he could cancel and reactivate whenever he wanted? Sorry, that's not how this works. It sounds like you've built an amazing life, found a supportive father, and started a loving family. You don't owe him anything. What do you think? And thank you for joining us today in the rLounge. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Until next time.